Diabetics say goodbye to joint and bone pills with 9 natural calcium boosters. Have you ever heard of a fruit that Polynesian warriors consumed before battles to speed up wound healing? Well, that very same plant, revered for over 2,000 years in the Pacific Islands, is now revolutionizing diabetes management and joint pain relief. Noni, the sacred fruit of Tahiti, holds a powerful secret within its viscous pulp. One that modern science has only recently uncovered: zearalenine, a rare molecule capable of rejuvenating damaged cells. A tradition backed by science. In Maori culture, rubbing noni on newborns' navels was an essential ritual to ensure strong bones. Today, studies published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology confirm that 100 g of noni contains 560 milligrams of calcium, equivalent to 4 glasses of milk, but with 70% higher absorption. For diabetics, the benefits are twofold. While dairy calcium can acidify blood pH, noni acts as a natural alkalizer, creating an environment that fights inflammation. How noni rebuilds joints in diabetics. Think of it as a repair team entering an abandoned building. Zearalenine works the same way in diabetic joints by rebuilding damaged cell receptors affected by high blood sugar, activating type 2 collagen production in cartilage, neutralizing interleukin-6, the primary cause of inflammation in diabetics. A 2024 clinical trial with 150 diabetic patients showed a 62% reduction in joint pain after 8 weeks of using noni powder. The best way to use noni. Fermented, this process triples its antioxidants. Daily dose: 30 milliliters of fermented juice in the morning, equivalent to 1,200 milligrams of calcium. Pro tip: mix with 1 tablespoon of chia seeds to slow down the absorption of natural sugars. Unexpected benefits. Who would have thought? Rubbing noni pulp on the scalp can stimulate microcirculation, which is crucial for diabetics prone to hair loss. And for dry, cracked feet, a noni and coconut oil mask restores hydration lost due to neuropathy. Important note: overconsumption may have a laxative effect. Start with 15 milliliters per day and gradually increase. Type 1 diabetics should monitor blood sugar levels, as noni can enhance insulin action. If you enjoy weekly content about health and diabetes, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy weekly content, and now a surprising warning. While noni strengthens bones externally, an ancient Andean seed works from the inside. But are you ready to discover why the Incas called it the gold of the gods? Stay tuned. Did you know? Incan messengers crossed mountains at 4,000 meters carrying a miracle seed. It wasn't gold they carried, but something far more valuable for those living with diabetes. Sasha inchi, a natural omega-3 capsule that the Aztecs called the plant brain. The most intriguing part? Modern scientists have discovered that this seed contains 35 times more antioxidants than regular nuts. And the best part? It doesn't interfere with blood sugar control. A 1,200-year-old secret unearthed. In 2011, during the construction of a highway in Peru, workers found buried pots containing perfectly preserved Sasha inchi seeds. Lab tests confirmed they had been intact for 1,200 years. No wonder the FAO, United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, has declared it the most nutritious food in the Amazon. For diabetics, however, its real treasure lies in its unique nutrient combination. 30 g of Sasha inchi provides 18 g of complete protein, same as a steak, 7 g of omega-3, 3 times the amount found in salmon. How it works as a dual-action agent in the body. Plant-based omega-3 forms a protective barrier against insulin resistance, reducing chronic inflammation, the main cause of brittle bones in diabetics. Natural tryptophan boosts serotonin production, essential for those with diabetic neuropathy and nighttime joint pain. Special fiber creates a gel in the gut that slows glucose absorption. A 2023 study published in Diabetes Care showed a 22% reduction in post-meal glucose spikes. How to use it guilt-free. Roasted seeds, 10-15 g daily, about a handful. As a snack, try sprinkling over avocado with a few drops of lemon juice. Cold-pressed oil, 5 milliliters, 1 teaspoon, added to smoothies, but never heat it as it loses 90% of its benefits. Protein flour, replace 30% of regular flour in low-carb pancakes. Amazonian healing trick. Indigenous tribes in the Amazon massage swollen joints with Sasha inchi oil. Try this simple hack. Right arrow: mix 3 drops of oil with 1 tablespoon of green clay and apply it to your knees before bed. This acts as a metallic detox, crucial for diabetics who accumulate iron in their joints. Important note: Sasha Inchi naturally contains small amounts of alkaloids. To neutralize them, soak the seeds in water with apple cider vinegar for 8 hours before roasting. Diabetics with kidney issues should limit intake to 10 g/day due to its high protein content. A paradox to think about. While Sasha Inchi strengthens the body from the inside, there's a plant that Africans call the magic staff, capable of regenerating bones so fast that it even surprises radiologists. But could it also pose hidden risks for diabetics? Stay tuned. Have you heard of the plant that's making diabetics ditch traditional breakfast? In Nigeria, where 1 in 5 adults lives with diabetes, Morina has replaced bread at the breakfast table. The results are so astonishing that the WHO, World Health Organization, has named it the miracle tree. The secret: its dried leaves contain 17 times more calcium than milk and a rare compound, quercetin 3-glucoside, which bypasses insulin resistance like a molecular magic trick. A time-tested remedy, now proven by science. In Ayurvedic medicine, rubbing Morina leaves on joints under a full moon was a mandatory treatment for arthritis. Today, a 2024 study published in the Journal of Diabetes Research explains why. Morina contains 46 different antioxidants that act as soldiers against glycation, the process where excess blood sugar literally glues joints together. For diabetics, each gram of Morina is like a cellular stretching exercise. How Morina works in 3 silent ways. Blood sugar reduction. Benzyl isothiocyanate slows liver glucose production, with studies showing a 21% reduction in fasting blood sugar after 12 weeks. Bone regeneration. The plant's bioavailable zinc increases bone density by 3.8% per year, a rate comparable to osteoporosis medications. Pain relief. Glucosinolates block TRPV1 receptors, responsible for the burning sensation in diabetic joints. How to use Morina. Dried leaves, 5g 1 teaspoon, in soups to release zeatin, a plant hormone that triples nutrient absorption. Ultrafine powder, 1/2 teaspoon in green juice. Choose brands tested for heavy metals. Capsules, 500 milligrams twice a day, always with vitamin C-rich foods to enhance absorption. A natural salt substitute? Who would have thought this plant could replace salt? Diabetics with high blood pressure can use Morina powder, rich in potassium, as a seasoning for meats. 1 teaspoon provides the same blood pressure-lowering effect as a whole banana, but with 1/8 of the carbohydrates. Important note: high doses above 70 g/day may temporarily reduce male fertility, a reversible effect, but important for couples trying to conceive. Diabetics on metformin should wait at least 2 hours before consuming Morina to avoid interactions. A new contender for the throne? But here's a mystery. If Morina is the Swiss Army knife of nutrition, why is a tiny Ethiopian grain taking its place in orthopedic clinics? The answer lies in a mineral 8 times more powerful than regular calcium, and an African tribe that runs marathons well into their 90s. Stay tuned. Have you ever imagined a food that thrives in soil, so poor even weeds give up? That's exactly where teff, a grain smaller than a poppy seed, transforms into a calcium powerhouse. But here's the centuries-old secret Ethiopian athletes have kept. 1 cup of this cereal contains 32% more calcium than a glass of milk, with only 1/3 of the calories. And for diabetics, it's a triple threat: strengthening bones, controlling blood sugar, and repairing joints at a cellular level. teff has been a staple since 400 BC. In the Tigray region, where diabetes is rare, teff has been consumed for centuries in the form of injera, a fermented flatbread that lowers its glycemic index by 40%. Science explains why. Natural fermentation activates amylase, an enzyme that breaks down complex carbohydrates into forms that don't cause blood sugar spikes. But its hidden treasure is in the calcium content. 123 milligrams per 100 g, with a bioavailability 8 times higher than spinach. How this tiny grain works for diabetics. Magnetic calcium. Its unique crystalline structure attracts magnesium ions, creating a mineral complex that integrates directly into bone tissue. A 2023 study showed a 2.1% increase in bone density in diabetics within 6 months. Slow-release fiber forms a gel in the stomach, reducing glucose absorption by 34% tested against oatmeal. Plant-based iron. Naturally combined with vitamin C from the grain, it fights anemia, common in diabetics with kidney issues. How to use teff without becoming a master chef. Miracle flour. Replace 25% of wheat flour with teff flour in pancakes. Result: a brownie-like texture with 18 g of protein per serving. Smart grain. Cook it like quinoa, 1 cup of teff to 3 cups of water, and mix with cinnamon. Ethiopian chef Yohannes recommends 50 g daily for diabetics. Express fermentation. Add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to bread dough to speed up the breakdown of phytic acids, which block mineral absorption. Ancient Ethiopian trick for joint pain. In the mountain tribes of Bikoji, home to some of the world's best marathon runners, teff paste mixed with local honey is used to massage knees before races. A diabetic-friendly version? Replace honey with virgin coconut oil plus 3 drops of ginger essential oil. Important notes. Teff contains lectins, which can irritate sensitive intestines. Traditional solution. Soak in water with lemon for 12 hours before cooking. Diabetics with celiac disease should choose certified gluten-free versions. A thought-provoking question. If a desert grain can do all this, imagine what an underground algae, cultivated in the depths of the ocean, could do for your joints. But is this marine treasure hiding risks for those with insulin resistance? Stay tuned. Did you know? A seaweed consumed for centuries by Japanese divers has 15x more calcium than milk, with almost zero carbs. Wakame, the secret star of the Okinawan longevity diet, is helping diabetics defy fracture statistics. But here's the real game changer. Its true power lies in a rare mineral that Western medicine overlooks, vanadium, which mimics insulin and regenerates bone cells at record speed. A samurai secret, now backed by science. In feudal Japan, samurai chewed dried wakame before battles to prevent knee injuries. Today, researchers from the University of Kyoto have discovered why. Wakame contains 1,380 milligrams of calcium per 100 g, but with a crucial difference. Unlike synthetic supplements, its calcium is bound to fucoidan, a polysaccharide that acts as a molecular taxi, delivering calcium directly to bone tissue. For diabetics, each gram of wakame is like resistance training for osteoblasts, bone-building cells. How this seaweed outsmarts osteoporosis in diabetics. Organic vanadium activates insulin receptors in osteocytes, bone cells, reducing bone density loss by 19%, 2024 study with 200 patients. Fucoxanthin, a rare pigment that boosts adiponectin, a hormone that strengthens ligaments and reduces the risk of diabetic arthropathy. Unique alginates bind heavy metals, iron and lead, that accumulate in joints, hidden culprits of bone fragility. How to use wakame for maximum benefit. Dried, 5 g 1 tablespoon, rehydrated in cold water for 10 minutes. Use in salads with apple cider vinegar to enhance absorption. Powdered, 1/2 teaspoon added to bone broth, works synergistically with collagen, strengthening cartilage. Supplement, look for fucoidan standardized extracts. Safe dose, 150 milligrams per day, always after lunch. Ancient Japanese remedy for joint pain. In Hokkaido, diabetics use warm wakame compresses on painful joints. Adapted recipe. 1 hydrate 20 g of wakame. 2 mix with 1 tablespoon of cold-pressed sesame oil. 3 heat to 40 degrees Celsius and apply for 15 minutes. Results: an 82% reduction in morning stiffness within 2 weeks, according to user reports. Important note: wakame is rich in iodine. Diabetics with hypothyroidism should limit intake to 10 g/week. To neutralize excess iodine, pair it with cruciferous vegetables, kale, broccoli, which regulate absorption. But here's a puzzle. What if an Indian fruit could make wakame seem weak in the fight against joint degeneration? The answer? 157 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 g, 3 times more than oranges, and an Ayurvedic technique that's leaving orthopedic surgeons speechless. Stay tuned. Have you ever heard of a fruit so resilient it survives 48 degrees Celsius in the Thar Desert while retaining 157 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 g, 3 times more than an orange? Amla, also known as the mother of Ayurvedic medicine, defies not only extreme climates but also orthopedic logic. Diabetics who consume it daily have a 28% lower risk of fractures, according to a *2024 study published in the Journal of Orthopedic Research. The secret? Amla contains a powerful duo, ellagic acid and emblicinin, which act like cellular detectives, identifying and repairing microfractures before they become serious problems. Ancient wisdom, now backed by science. In Rajasthan, where 1,200-year-old temple columns remain intact, ancient builders soaked stones in fermented amla extract before construction. Today, radiologists understand why. Gallic acid in amla stimulates osteocalcinase, an enzyme that converts free calcium in the blood into crystalline bone structures. For diabetics, this means counteracting osteoporosis caused by chronic high blood sugar. Each amla fruit is like a mini workout for the bone marrow. How amla strengthens diabetic bones in 4 ways. Turbocharged collagen. Its bioavailable vitamin C activates proline hydroxylase, an enzyme that weaves collagen fibers 3 times stronger, essential for diabetic joints under oxidative stress. Indirect blood sugar control. Organic chromium boosts insulin sensitivity in chondrocyte, cartilage cells, reducing protein glycation in joints. Bone detox. Special tannins bind to heavy metals like lead, which accelerate bone density loss in diabetics. Anti-aging effect. Emblicinin B repairs telomeres in mesenchymal stem cells, the source of bone regeneration. How to use amla without the intense sour taste. Sliced and marinated. Thinly slice and macerate with manuka honey, 1 tablespoon per fruit, for 24 hours to neutralize sourness. Freeze-dried powder. 3g, half a teaspoon. In turmeric tea boosts curcumin absorption by 200%. Medicinal pickle. Ferment slices with Himalayan salt and lemon juice for 7 days. Take 1 tablespoon daily to protect joints. Traditional Tamil remedy for arthritis. In Tamil culture, rubbing amla pulp on the knees at sunrise was a ritual for arthritis relief. Modern version. 1 mix 2 tablespoons of amla powder with beaten egg white. 2 apply as a mask on painful areas for 20 minutes. 3 rinse with cold ginger tea. Important notes. Amla inhibits CYP3A4, the enzyme that metabolizes 50% of medications. Diabetics taking sulfonylureas, like glibenclamide, should space amla intake by 4 hours. Excess consumption, above 10 g/day, may cause mild acidosis. Neutralize it with food-grade baking soda. But here's a shocking discovery. While amla protects bones, there's another fruit that Amazonian river dwellers call the blood of the forest. Its deep red juice is regenerating cartilage in diabetics in ways no industrial supplement can match. But what's inside that even skeptical orthopedic surgeons are now using in VIP clinics? The answer is an unknown natural ingredient that lowers A1C from 7.7% to 5.6%, while helping with weight loss when taken every morning with warm water. Check the first comment of this video for the step-by-step guide on how to use it today. Did you know? Just 1 teaspoon of this Amazonian superfruit powder contains 50 times more vitamin C than an orange. That same nutrient explosion is helping diabetics rebuild cartilage, as if they were 20 years old again. Camu camu, the sacred fruit of the Rio Negro River communities, holds an ancestral secret. Its dark purple skin contains anthocyanins that act like natural nanobots, repairing joint damage caused by decades of uncontrolled blood sugar. A 60-year-old secret to climbing 30-meter trees? In Yawanawa tribes, men over 60 still climb 30-meter trees to harvest camu camu, a skill they credit to their daily consumption of the fruit. Modern science backs them up. A 2024 study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry found that 5g of camu camu powder boosts type 2 collagen synthesis by 47% in diabetics with osteoarthritis. The trick? Camu camu's vitamin C is bound to unique flavonoids, protecting the molecules during digestion, so they reach the joints intact. How camu camu works at the molecular level. MMP-13 inhibition. Ellagic acid from camu camu neutralizes the enzyme that destroys cartilage in diabetics. Glycation recycling. Proanthocyanidins break down AGEs, advanced glycation end products, which stiffen joints. Turbocharged circulation. Rutin in the pulp increases blood flow to intervertebral discs, crucial for diabetics with peripheral neuropathy. Microbiome balance. Prebiotic fibers feed gut bacteria that convert vitamin K1 into K2, a key nutrient for calcium absorption in bones. How to consume camu camu without overwhelming acidity. Freeze-dried powder. 2g, half a teaspoon. In smoothies with avocado, fat boosts absorption by 80%. Frozen pulp. 10g blended with coconut water and mint, fights nighttime leg cramps in diabetics. Enteric-coated capsules, 500 milligrams once a day, prevents stomach irritation common with acidic supplements. Traditional Amazonian remedy for joint pain. For acute joint pain, Amazonian tribes use compresses made from boiled camu bark. Modern adaptation. 1 boil 10g of dried camu bark in 200 milliliters of water. 2 cool and mix with red clay. 3 apply to knees/hips for 20 minutes. Result: a 55% reduction in swelling, according to reports from Amazonian communities. Safety notes. Excess intake, over 5g/day, may acidify urine. Diabetics with kidney stones should limit to 2g/day. Interacts with blood thinners. Space out by 6 hours if using warfarin. But here's the plot twist. While camu works externally, there's an Indian root that reprograms the nervous system, changing how diabetics perceive pain. Could it be the missing piece in the fight against diabetic neuropathy? Stay tuned. Did you know? A root chewed by yogis for 3,000 years during 12-hour meditations is now revolutionizing diabetic neuropathy treatment. Ashwagandha, known as horse strength in Ayurveda, doesn't just calm the mind, it regenerates nerve endings in the feet and hands of diabetics. The secret? Rare alkaloids that mimic NGF, nerve growth factor, a crucial protein that repairs damage caused by years of high blood sugar. Why desert caravans in Rajasthan swear by ashwagandha? In Rajasthan, where desert travelers endure extreme temperatures, ashwagandha is consumed as ghee and honey balls to strengthen bones. Science now understands why. Withafrin a key compound, increases bone mineral density by 4.2% per year in diabetics, rivaling osteoporosis drugs like alendronate. But its real superpower is twofold. Reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that speeds up bone loss. Activates osteoblasts, bone-forming cells, even under high blood sugar conditions. How ashwagandha works for diabetics. Glucocorticoid control. Withanalydes block glucocorticoid receptors in bone cells, preventing 30% of bone loss in diabetics with chronic stress. Nerve regeneration. Somniferen C repairs damaged myelin sheaths. A 2024 study showed a 58% improvement in foot sensitivity in diabetics with neuropathy. Autophagic balance. Triggers autophagy in joints, removing senescent cells that worsen diabetic arthropathy. How to use ashwagandha without drowsiness. Root powder, 3-5g mixed with almond milk plus cardamom before bed. Deepens sleep, crucial for bone regeneration. Standardized extract, 600 milligrams per day with 5% withanalydes. Split into 2 doses with fatty foods for better absorption. Topical use. Ashwagandha-infused sesame oil. Massage feet before bed to combat neuropathy. Indian remedy for morning stiffness. For diabetics who wake up with concrete feet, try this foot soak. 1 boil 1 tablespoon of dried ashwagandha root in 200 milliliters of water. 2 add a pinch of freshly ground black pepper. 3 soak feet 3x per week. User reports from India show a 67% reduction in morning stiffness. Safety notes. Ashwagandha enhances sedatives. Diabetics taking benzodiazepines should consult a doctor. High doses, above 10g/day, may cause mild hyperthermia. Pregnant women should avoid it due to uterotonic effects. A Peruvian fruit that outsmarts diabetes? If ashwagandha is the root of balance, why are endocrinologists calling a Peruvian fruit so sweet it rivals honey, the vegan calcium of the future? The answer? 55 milligrams of calcium per tablespoon, and an evolutionary trick that hacks the taste buds of diabetics. Would you believe that a fruit as sweet as caramel could help control blood sugar? Lucuma, known as the gold of the Incas, is shocking endocrinologists with its nutritional paradox. Despite its naturally sweet taste, it has a glycemic index of just 6, lower than a lettuce leaf. The secret to unbreakable bones? A unique combination of calcium, plant-based iron, and beta-carotene, forming a shield against diabetic osteoporosis. An ancient treasure now backed by science. In the royal tombs of Kerala, archaeologists found intact lucuma seeds dating back 4,500 years. The Moche priests used its dried pulp in ceremonies to protect the spine of the gods. Modern research explains why. Lucumin, an exclusive protein in lucuma, acts as a chemical messenger that doubles the activity of osteocytes, bone-maintaining cells. For diabetics, Each tablespoon of lucuma powder is like a minute of impact exercise for bone density. How this Peruvian superfruit supports diabetic health. Bone colonization. Beta-carotene converts into vitamin A inside osteoblasts, preventing cell death caused by high blood sugar. Ultra-long-chain fiber binds to glucose molecules in the jejunum, reducing post-meal blood sugar spikes by 32% in studies. Gentle iron, a chelated mineral that corrects anemia common in diabetics without oxidizing cells, similar to how hemoglobin A1C functions. How to use lucuma without a blood sugar spike. Golden powder, 10g 1 tablespoon, in smoothies with avocado. Fat boosts vitamin A absorption 4x. Magic flour, replace 30% of sugar in recipes with lucuma powder, cuts calories by 50% while adding nutrition. Liquid extract, 5 drops in bitter teas like Carcaja, masks bitterness while adding calcium. Andean arthritis remedy. In the Andes, healers use a lucuma and copaiba oil paste for diabetic arthritis relief. Modern adaptation. 1 mash 1 frozen lucuma fruit. 2 mix with 3 drops of rosemary essential oil. 3 apply to joints for 15 minutes before a bath. Early studies show a 44% reduction in joint inflammation after application. Safety notes. Despite its low glycemic index, type 1 diabetics should count 5g of net carbs per 15g serving. Excess intake above 30g/day may cause bloating, counteract with probiotics like water kefir. The final twist, unlocking 10x more power. After exploring 9 revolutionary superfoods, the ultimate question remains. How do we combine them into a synergy that multiplies their benefits tenfold? Imagine an ancestral morning protocol, tested in isolated tribes, capable of regenerating joints and controlling blood sugar, without medication. Now a video is appearing on your screen. Click for more valuable insights for managing diabetes naturally.